Eagles' Mike Mincey. And Coach, you look at this ball game, your team improves to 2-1 in the season, and tonight, once again, a great performance by Shira Brown, getting a double-double. Also, Tatum Bergstrom with 23 points.
Yeah, I just thought overall it was a really good team effort by our kids, and I told them before the game it's really gratifying to get on the road. We've been on the bus all day, you know how it is, and we've been up a mountain, down a mountain, and I told them before the game we're not going to use that as an excuse. It's hard, and that's just the way college basketball is. And I thought they came out with a lot of energy, a lot of fire. Of course, certainly hitting 7 of 15 threes in the first half was key for us. But you know, we tried to hold Jamie Carnes down, but she ends up with the 27 points. But we had a lot of good effort out of a lot of different people, and there were people that stepped up and made a lot of shots. Not to really single anybody out. And I'm really happy. I'm an extremely happy coach right now.
And also, Carson-Newman forcing 26 turnovers over North Georgia. Probably won't see that many turnovers from this Lady Saints team in the game again.
Well, North Georgia is a very talented squad. There's no doubt about it. And 21 is as good as they come, obviously. But our press did some good things, and we tried to change it up and kind of keep them off balance if we could. And I was really proud of them. The late part of the first half, I was a little disappointed when we kind of gave up our momentum and let them get back within 12. Of course, certainly they had a lot to do with that. But overall, the game, for us to have 18 assists, only have 12 turnovers, and we tell them usually if you can have a high number of assists and keep your turnovers low, you have a good chance of winning the game.
And then you look at that second half, it gets down to a 4-point contest. 50-46. Carson-Newman got 2 huge buckets to get the lead back out to 8. And just throughout that second half, you had to be really proud of the poise your team showed.
Yeah, and that's one, to get a game like this early in the season and to have a lead and then lose it, and then how do you respond out of that? I thought we did a really nice job. We got the 2 baskets, and then there was a lot of scrappy 50-50 plays that happened during that stretch where we got a couple of different layups by Tatum, and they were wide open layups because we got a steal or whatever, and whether we had worn them down or whatever, I have no idea, but our kids were running back down the floor. They made plays and ended up getting us layups, and so that stretch was really, it's good to see out of our kids to know that we're capable of losing a lead. I don't like to lose them, but losing that lead and then certainly been able to make a push to get that double-figure lead again.
You mentioned the play of Tatum Bergstrom, and I remember talking to you during the exhibition games. You were happy that Tatum was taking a lot of shots. Not many of them were falling against the likes of North Carolina and Tennessee, but now we're starting to see it pay off as she was 5 of 7 from 3 today, and overall 8 of 11 from the field, and getting those shots really in key moments of the game.
Well, Tatum can flat out shoot the basketball, and I knew it. I certainly, she didn't get shots to fall in those 3 exhibition games, but once we've started our regular season, she's been on fire, and her play tonight was huge, and that last 3-pointer that she made coming off that down screen was a nail in the coffin, and I was really proud of her as a freshman. This is a freshman coming in, going for 23, hitting 5 of 7 threes, and she's going to make her mark, and I had confidence that she would be able to do that when we recruited her last year.
And also in the post today, Carson-Newman really didn't have the height advantage in this ball game, but one of your tallest players, Nikki James, in the second half especially started to hold her own, getting some nice rebounds and also making some big shots.
Well, I thought we were getting pretty decent post entries. They typically play behind, and certainly they have a size advantage on us, and they probably feel like they've got that advantage. But on our play there, when we get some nice post entry feeds. I thought a couple of times, not to blame the officials, but I thought a couple of times we got bumped and they were hitting us on the wrist. But nevertheless, we should be hitting those layups and getting an and one play. But it's nice to be able to finally get some of that, and we got some of that against Erskine and Coker. But tonight was really impressive how we were able to run our sets, and if they'll run them crisply, I think we can have a good chance of scoring.
So Carson-Newman wins tonight 78-66 over North Georgia as Carson-Newman came here to Memorial Hall Gymnasium. We got to see the very end of the West Florida and Georgia College game. Georgia College getting to win, and that's the opponent tomorrow.
Yeah, and we got to see, because we got here so late, seeing them live, we got to see a little bit of the second half, and I'm good with that, just to getting to see, because we'll try to do much of the same, we'll impress them a little bit and see how that goes, and hopefully we'll come out with some energy. It's a 2 o'clock start tomorrow, and even though I feel like this is a big win because it was a true road game, we're going to have to come out tomorrow with some fire, and certainly those middle of the day games, the team that usually can come out with some energy is the team that has a good chance of coming out on top at the end. So hopefully we'll do that.
Coach Mincey, congratulations on the win. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Carson-Newman head coach.